Have you ever worried that using research in your teaching means that you might have to sacrifice your creativity and unique teaching style? Maybe you've looked at an evidence-based strategy and thought, well, that sounds great, but it just doesn't feel like me. What if I told you that research and individuality can go hand in hand? In fact, when done right, research can make your unique teaching style even stronger. In this video, we're going to explore how you can incorporate evidence-based strategies into your teaching style without losing what makes your approach uniquely yours. Hi friends, I'm Courtney, and I've spent more than 15 years studying, deploying, and teaching evidence-based decision-making in education. So if you're into that, make sure you like and subscribe and come be a part of our growing community. Let's start by tackling a common misconception. The idea that using research means following a rigid, one-size-fits-all approach to teaching. That couldn't be further from the truth. Research isn't a script, it's a tool. It provides evidence about what works, but it's up to you as the educator to decide how to implement it in your classroom. Think of research as the foundation of a house. It gives you stability and structure, but how you design the walls, the rooms, and the decor is what makes a house a home. Evidence-based strategies increase the likelihood of student success because they're grounded in what we know works best. But here's the key. Just because these strategies are grounded in science doesn't mean they're set in stone. They're starting points that you can adapt to fit your unique teaching style. As educators, we bring our personalities, our passions, and our creativity into the classroom. And this is what makes learning memorable for our students. Your teaching style, the way that you connect with students, the energy that you bring, and the unique ways that you present information, builds relationships and fosters a classroom culture that feels authentic. Research may provide the what, but your style determines the how. And when you combine the two, that's when the magic happens. So how can you balance these two elements, research and individuality, in your teaching? Let me share 4 practical strategies. First, start with the research, then adapt. Look at an evidence-based strategy like retrieval practice and think about how you can make it your own. Instead of giving students a traditional quiz, you could turn it into a trivia game, complete with teams and prizes. The research tells you that retrieval practice works, but you decide how to present it in a way that fits your classroom. Second, use research to inform, not to dictate. Think of research as a menu of options. It's there to guide you, not limit you. For instance, an evidence-based strategy like cooperative learning can take many forms. It could be a think, pair, share, maybe group projects, maybe peer teaching, and so on. The research shows that these methods are effective, but how you implement them depends on your preferences and the needs of your students. Third, build on your strengths. Reflect on what you already do well and think about how research can enhance that. If you're great at storytelling, for example, you could use that to make evidence-based strategies more engaging. Imagine using storytelling to introduce a math concept or to frame a history lesson within a narrative. By aligning the research with your strengths, you'll feel more confident and authentic. Number 4, reflect and refine. Teaching is never a one-and-done process. After trying a new strategy, take some time to reflect. Did it work? Did it feel natural? If not, tweak it until it does. Reflection is where the art of teaching meets the science. It's where you figure out how to make research work for you and your students. Let me share a quick example of what this might look like in action. I once worked with a teacher who loved storytelling. She wanted to use mathematical conversations in her classroom, but she just wasn't sure where to start. All of the protocols she found felt too rigid for her environment. So she used the evidence base to create a foundation upon which she could innovate and iterate until she had her own protocol that worked in her students, her classroom environment, and with her teaching style. The research told her that mathematical conversations were going to enhance student learning, and they did, but she had to figure out how to make that strategy work for her. In the end, her students were more engaged and were talking about math in deep and meaningful ways. So where can you go from here? Think about one evidence-based strategy you've been curious to try. Then ask yourself, how can I adapt this to fit my teaching style? How can I make it feel natural and authentic to me? I'd love to hear from you. What's one way you've blended research and creativity into your classroom? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found value in this video today, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out this related video before you go. I'll see you next time.